Subscribe now.
Hello everybody, it's Tech here. Hey guys, guess what? We are back. We did the test the other day and it went pretty well. The economy was messed up, but we kind of knew that was going to happen going into it a little bit, but we didn't have time to fix it. So tonight I want to basically scrap the economy and write it again. Now that sounds harsh. This might be a total waste of my time. We'll find out. So away we go. Hello, Tinkerbell. How are you tonight? So what I'm thinking is we're going to move everything out of the tile entities as far as the calculating, the sending of the updates, and all of that type of stuff. The reason being is when I really dug into it and started putting some log statements into my code so I could see what was happening. I still don't know why it was doubling things, giving you resources from everybody. It was basically effectively shared, right? What I do know, though, is every 10 seconds when all your factories, producers of resources would run, they all send you all of the resources every time they update. It's inefficient, right? So I need to do something about it. Awesome, Tinkerbell. Good, glad to hear it. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is grab the count of how many town halls, the count of how many this, the count of how many that, and multiply in the config rate for that particular machine, for that particular resource, to figure out how much we should be adding every game tick, or we'll call it an RTS tick, right? And that will be then how we do the economy. Hey, Spiderman. So to do this, I've created this server tick event, and this server tick event is going to happen. I need to name it right on the server, and it's just a timed interval for us to go by. Yeah, I get it, man. No worries. So think of it this way. People have subscribed to or joined our Discord in order to get updates about the mod, right? Either mod, or to know when I'm streaming. They're not on the Discord to know when you've created a map or when you're going to walk away from the computer, right? And you'll say, be right back. On Discord, there's really no need to say that if you're in the text chat, because no one's actively in there with you at the exact same time. It's there for when they look at it. So a message that says be right back or I'm back isn't useful for them because they weren't there when you sent it. So anyway, also for me and several others, we have Discords on our phone, so it goes to our phone and it gets annoying after a while getting a bunch of messages that are not relevant to the topic at hand. Okay, so let's create a private integer, and this integer is going to be like a cooldown amount. You're learning. Learn from your mistake, that's all. The cooldown amount remaining. And we're going to set that to 20 times 10. So it's going to be every 10 seconds that this is going to fire, basically, right? Because the tick of the world is going to be 20. Or the server's tick is going to be 20. So private int cooldown amount reset equals, we'll do that one times 20 times 10, and we'll fix the other one to be based off of that by default. So this is like what we'll reset it back to after it hits 0. Okay, so like that. And then we're already inside this, so we're going to do this. We're going to say cooldown amount it's because it's static. Okay, so we're going to make this static too. cooldown amount remaining, and we'll just say subtract 1 from you, which is what that does. And then we need to say if cooldown amount remaining is less than or equal to 0, then we can do all of this code in here. And oops, we got a extra space in there. Yeah, and stream chat's different, right? So we're interactively talking with each other. Cool. And what you don't want to do is spam things on the, hey, I've got the Discord server, here's everybody join my link, join my link, join my link, because people just find it annoying that way too. Eagle, I'm rewriting stuff. Well, I'm still frustrated about last night's economy problems. The game would have went so much better if we wouldn't have had the economy problems, and I'd be on to adding new features. So I'm scrapping what I've done before, rewriting it, which will also be more efficient on the server side, so we can do more on the server, right? Said differently, it'll run faster. So if the cooldown amount remaining is less than 0, then we set cooldown amount remaining to be the cooldown amount. Reset. That way it goes back up, and we don't run into this code in here for 10 seconds in this case. Okay, so now we need to get like a food amount. We basically need to figure out the amounts for every resource, basically how much we're going to offset them by. So int food amount, food delta we'll call it. Okay, and right now we're just going to set it to the number of town halls. And we're going to do this for each of the different things. So we got food, we got wood, stone, got iron, gold, diamond, and emeralds. Okay. And then we need to take multiply that by our config amount. And our config amount is going to be times config. Hey Zach. Config. Config. Building cost. It's not starting amount. Town hall amount generated. There we go. Town hall generated food in this case. Okay, so if we had 10 town halls and they each were to generate 10, we would get 100 additional food, right? I suppose for consistency I should do it like this. Set all of these to 0. And this is not going to be the final form of this code either, probably, right? This is going to be the get it up and working version, and then I'll optimize it a bit later on. Okay, so there's that amount. Well, thank you for saying I don't sound old, but you'll probably think I'm old if I told you my age. And no, I will not say my exact age. Okay, and then I guess we need to put this in parentheses, because what we're doing here is effectively adding the food amount that we already calculated above with the town hall amounts. And I'm doing it this way to ensure that we have a format that I can copy and paste for each of the different resource generators, basically. Sure, I'm between 30 and 40. So I am in my 30s. Okay, and then we're going to... Oh, .get, that's what's wrong. .get. So that's that one. Wood. Okay. Stone. Some days I feel that old though. Like, just sitting at my computer right now, I have shoulder pain. I'm sitting here. Probably from doing it too much. Hoping when I exercise tomorrow it'll help work some of that out. Or sleeping. I didn't sleep well this weekend. Stayed up too late streaming and then got up early in the mornings. Okay, so this takes care of the town hall amounts. Then we need to do the same for each of the various different resource generators, right? But they're going to all be a little bit different, right? So each one of those is going to be only one resource generated. The town hall is every resource, or it could be. So get lumber, no, food farm. Get number of farms, right? Then we need to say get lumber yards. Then get mine site stone. Hey Reaper, you missed it, Reaper. We did a playtest yesterday. It was buggy as all get out, but hey, it was pretty fun. It was fun to watch as well. So I was spectating it and commentating it. No, far from first, man. You gotta get here way earlier than that if you want to be first. Get mine site gold. Get mine site. Come on, keep up with me, Eclipse. I'm typing letters. What the heck did you do? Mine site diamond. I have to wait on it to restore the window size. I mean, like, is Eclipse just this stinking slow? Is my computer that crap lately? Like, my CPU's not maxed out. Get mine site emerald. Okay, config farm. Do we have that in the configs yet? Farm. Just the building cost. Wow. Okay. So for the moment, we'll just multiply it by 1 because we know these are all 1 right now. You're bombing Tinkerbell. What are you doing, Reaper? What did Tinkerbell do to you? Tinkerbell's here a lot more too. She probably has a lot more gold. She could probably bomb you all day long. Okay, so that should be the calculation then of our resources. Now, it's all going to be 0 because this amount, this figure is not being set right now. So we need to set that figure, which means we need to know the player's team, and we need to get the correct team info array and update that to add 1 to it, essentially. So I'm going to start with a town hall block. And this is on block activated. There should be one for placed. Owned block. On block placed by. Okay, so we do this and put it into each one of our blocks. Or do we do something different? Let's do something different. So we're gonna use this hierarchy class, this parent class, add a method in here, call the method in here, and force those child classes to override it. Okay, so public abstract. What are we gonna call it? It'll be void. Increase I'm trying to think of the good word for it. Count of this type. There we go. Sure. And the parameters passed into this are going to be a player, I guess. A living entity. Placer. We'll do the world as well, just in case we need a world. World. Okay, and what else? That should be about it. Oh, okay, so it doesn't like that because this is abstract. Remove abstract modifier. Abstract method increase. Oh, it's only if it's a... Fair enough. So the default is going to do nothing anyway. Either way, we'll look at it. We're going to put this into here. I guess we could force it to be a player, couldn't we? Let's do that. Let's force it to be a player. And then we just say world and player. Casted to player entity placer. Okay, so now all we need to do is override this in our town hall and the mine sites and the lumberyard and so on. We want the item too, don't we? This is not gonna work. So this gets block gets placed in the world, not even by a player. It gets placed by the. Let's look at the call hierarchy. It gets placed by the structure file. Just trying to think this through. So if we did it in the tile entity somehow, and the tile entity loads in for the first time, that would be enough. And then we could save that state and read that state. But we're gonna have to do it in tile entity. Bomber. So we're going to create a private boolean, and this boolean's going to be called should increase counts, and it's going to say true. Okay. and we're going to as soon as this thing runs on the server side, should increase counts. Set it to false because we need to increase counts. Okay, and this increase counts method is going to be right in here. Public void increase counts. And our mine site tile entity, it's already set up. It is not set up. It does have a resource on it, so we should be fine. Let's go back to that tile entity. I'm going to call increase counts. If should increase counts, it will increase counts. Okay. And we need to save or persist should increase counts. If config dot gotta find the right config setting. Okay, F3. Config game mode. Okay, equals equals. Config it's modes. Config dot modes dot I'm gonna say not equals to world builder. Then it should increase counts equals compound. How did I bold that? Oh, that. Dot get boolean for that string. Too much computer time this weekend. That's what my wife tells me. I can't sit the way I want to sit. It's uncomfortable. Put the boolean and we're going to put it into there like that. So if we're not in world builder mode, we're going to save its state so that if we load and unload that particular chunk, it keeps track of whether or not it's already increased its counts. Yeah, and then I wish I could make this abstract, but I know I can't. So override. Now we don't know an override because there's nothing in the parent class for this. So we're going to do this, and we're going to go into our mine site tile entity, and we're going to increase counts based on what our resource is. So if resource Actually, let's just switch on resource. Bloop, bloop. And case food. Then we need to take the team for this block. Hey, Fire.
Hello.
Get team. Yes, get team. Okay, and what else? I'm rewriting some stuff, alright? I'm not liking how so far. TS. RTS. Hopefully your day is going better.
Yeah, my back let up on me today, so
That's good.
yeah. Yeah, I was really worried about it. If it wouldn't have let up by the end of today, I would have been probably calling in and not going in tomorrow.
Yeah.
To which I'm greedy and screw that. I probably would have just suffered anyway.
Which isn't good for you.
I don't know.
Says the guy who's got the shoulder problem back today and is still sitting at the computer because, you know, I'm a glutton for punishment.
It's not good, Tack.
I know. It's like I've heard this somewhere.
Let's face it, we're both getting old.
Speak for yourself, sir. According to Spooderman, I'm not that old. What are you saying?
I was gonna say, you can't hide from it. It's gonna catch you.
Thanks, Barry. Okay, so that should increase our count of farms by 1 then. We just need to do the similar syntax for each different resource. Oh, you know the economy problem?
Yeah.
No clue what's causing it. Not what you expected, was it?
Well, after hearing that you were like coding till 3 this morning, you know, I was kind of thinking, you know, hey, maybe he got it.
No, I actually, you can ask Gazer, made it worse. So we went to do a test because I thought, okay, if I switch everything over to doing it this way, maybe it'll just work and there's something funny about the way I was doing it before. So I switched everything over to doing that, including the ready state, whether or not you're ready in the screen. That broke. And it broke to the point where you'd close the screen and you couldn't move. You couldn't click on anything. You couldn't open your inventory. It was like you were just not there. Oh, it was interesting. Stone. But I fixed that bug now, at least. So it's back to working there and working better than it did before. Get stone. Get mine site. Site stone. Okay, that's all working. Or coded, I mean. The worst part of this is I literally can't test this without somebody else. I tried it earlier and it kept giving me, your session's used somewhere else right now. You can't play Minecraft kind of messages, right? So
Well, when you're ready to test something, let me know. I'll log into the server.
Okay. The bad thing about that is every time I do a test, it's a new build, so you have to restart Minecraft, grab the latest build.
It's okay. I was smart and I grabbed the freaking Jenkins website.
But that's the thing. What I've got now is broke. What's on there right now is broke. So there'll be another one. And when we test it and it doesn't work, there'll be another one. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying that website's going to be the same one. All I got to do is
Yes.
just go to it, grab the new one, and put it on.
Yes, I didn't
that
understand.
hard.
I thought you meant you downloaded it already.
Oh, God, no.
Diamond. What's the last thing? Emerald.
Yeah, it's not that big of a deal. It's only like a couple of button presses, really. Because I have the mods folder out on my desktop. I have a shortcut to it.
Gotcha. That's a good idea.
All I basically got to do is just drag it in. Ugh. Man, I tell you, I got off last night, and for the first time in like 6 years, I asked my mom for one of her pain medicines.
Oh, yeah.
And I just went out. Like, I hate taking pain medicine. Like, I'd rather suffer, but I was in so much pain last night, there was no way around it.
Yeah. I completely get what you're saying. I'm glad you're better now, too.
Well, yeah, when I woke up this morning, it was still a little bit twingy. So I sat on the edge of my bed and I just did like stretches and, twisted my back around a couple of times to try to, work it back into the right spot, and it kind of worked.
Yep, I've been doing the stretches that made me feel better all day, and yeah. I'm surprised I haven't hurt myself doing the stretches. I've been doing them so much. And
well,
it's not better yet.
You just gotta remember when you're doing the stretches, do it slow. Don't like try to whip it around, yeah. And 'cause that's how you're gonna hurt yourself even more.
Yeah, and I've been doing it slow, and I've been doing it as much as I can stand, like taking it as far as I can. Because if the doctor's right, and it's this thing about my rib moves because of my tendons are too short from using them too much or whatever, then that means I need to stretch them out, right? So I'm just trying to stretch them as fast as I can. And I just put a heating pad on my shoulder neck area, so we'll see if that helps. Sitting here talking about it, making me realize how bad it is.
Sorry.
No. I just need to get it worked out so that tomorrow I can sit at my desk for work and I'll be like, all day. Okay, so that's what do I want us to call this? This is calculating what we need. Now I need to go and take out all of the places that before I added the resources in, which is like 5 or 6 places. That should be it. That should be it. So town hall, mine sites, lumber yards, and farms are the only thing that does anything for resources. As far as adding resources. So I could do a test like this. But first, let's find that method in utilities. Come on. And make sure it's not being called anymore. Because if it is, I've missed something somewhere. Okay, it's not. So this effectively could get removed. We also need to send the client team information to it. That's going to be in our server event. Send team to client. We already did that. Cool. Yeah. To be honest, Spooderman, I think you might be the only one that's ever done fan art for me. So, there's never been a demand for a fan art channel before. I do intend to someday create more channels in Discord that are more targeted for what they're after, because it's kind of starting to get a little bit of a mess with, you know, it says mod testing server or mod testing server talk, but we've got multiples out there now, so it doesn't really relate properly. I think what I want to do first is test this in single player and see if it works.
Tapping extra hard on the mouse won't make it better.
It's my mechanical pen. It makes it load faster, right?
No, you're supposed to throw an extra piece of cheese to the mouse on the wheel.
Oh. That poor mouse is probably dizzy. I spin that wheel as fast as I can sometimes. Okay, if I place down my Town Hall's control block. Nope, not that. Town Hall Builder. Do I get resources?
How come you were showing up at CZ?
Huh? What do you mean?
In the team selection, it said Zarfied.
Oh. Because I was testing with just random names from TSCraft. I needed 2 earlier, and I picked myself in CZ. So I'm not getting any resources. So why? Let's first go into here, see if this is even running. Perhaps it is not. You know what? I bet I'm stupid, that's why. Never registered it. Yep, never registered it. At least I didn't spend 2 hours trying to figure that one out.
Right.
So that means we restart the game.
Yay! No.
Oh. Errors exist. What do you talk about?
See you, Spooter.
Okay. Later, Spooter. Oh, server events is what I called it. But that's why it's airing off, because I didn't name it what I typed in. Getting sleepy already. Might be all them 3 a.m.s.
Yeah, right? Shoot, I slept all the way till like 11 this morning.
Oh. Wish I did. Hey, Freddie Mercury. I must go to your channel see if you're the Freddie Mercury or not. No videos, so I'm gonna guess no.
You know it's impossible that he could be the real Freddie Mercury, right?
Am I that stupid?
Freddie Mercury's dead.
Yeah, I'm that stupid. It could have been the channel from him, though. I had no clue, Barry.
Yeah, he died of AIDS like more than a couple of years ago.
I mostly don't keep up with anyone famous, like their personal life. It just doesn't interest me, typically. Okay, so it's definitely hitting this code, which is good. You sub? Awesome. Thank you for the sub. And my stream notification thing does not work, apparently. At all. Get rid of all these breakpoints now so I can just test the game. Okay, are we running now? Yes, we are. Cool. So I've got 100 units or whatever. This one that's already here is not going to work at all because of the way that this is going to function now. So we plop down a new one and we wait 10 seconds. And it's going to be that server event thing. Your bones hurt? My bones hurt too. I'll see you next time, man. So we're not getting any resources, it appears, but let's put this breakpoint back and run the game. Put that on. Okay, we are going into the code though, so why does it think we don't have any? If we get the town hall, we say watch. We have 0 town halls for team, whatever this team is. I believe that I am on green, but I don't know. Okay. Let's check the town hall. Ah, we're gonna have visitor. There is a extremely high probability this is not going to be complete tonight. Just so you know, Fire.
I know.
Like, not playable. So in the Thailand, is this getting called when we place the thing in for the first time? No, it is not. Hmm. Down on block. Why does that not get fired then? What? It's not world builder mode, then it would read from the MBT, but we're not in world builder mode, so it should be set to true. It's like it's not even there. What the heck? What the heck? What the heck? Air's in the wrong Discord. He joined the stream channel on the TS Craft Discord.
I don't see him in there.
He was. Here, let's do this. Let's create an invite. I mean, he's already in this Discord. He just doesn't look at it or something. I don't know.
I'm saying he's a moderator in here for crying out loud.
There. If he looks at his thing. Why is this not working? we don't even call tick at all, so it's because I shouldn't have to say override, but I'm gonna put it in there.
I'm saying, Stranger Things.
I like that show too. Netflix.
I actually have never seen it.
It's pretty good if you ever get a chance to.
Probably won't, because I'll never get Netflix.
Yeah.
I'm cheap. If I can't look it up online, then screw it. It's just like, yeah, I could pay $6 for every Disney movie ever created, and you know, but no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I'm not gonna get Disney Plus either. And I've got 2 kids, the one of which is old enough that would be interested in it for the kiddie movies, right? And the other one for the Star Wars movies. So, but we're not getting it. We've got Netflix, and that's enough. Maybe someday we'll turn Netflix off and turn that on, but we're not gonna do both. Doesn't make any sense.
I love all the memes I've been seeing about it too. It's like, you were supposed to defeat cable, not join them.
Yeah, cord cutting is becoming as expensive as cable is, basically. Gradually, they've just slowly been turning up the cost, like cable did, right? Which is funny because like it should actually be the reverse. As they get more people watching it, they have more money, so their margins should be higher, and they should be able to make it a little more affordable for everybody, but they're not. But anyway, I'm clearly not seeing something that's completely wrong with this, and it's got me very concerned.
All those blue boxes on the left-hand side in the code area, are those breakpoints?
Yeah, the circles. Yeah, like that.
Well, wouldn't that stop it from running?
Yes, that's the idea. It stops it, and then I can click the button, and it would go to the next one. But I put a breakpoint specifically at a spot where I wanted to make sure it would touch that code, and it's not.
Okay. Well, I just thought maybe it was blocking it to work in the first place. So
yeah, nope. You've got a perfect understanding of how it would work, but it's not stopping. So I can resume it, which tells me it's still running and not stopped right now. Unless Clips is being screwed, which isn't the first time. Let's make sure I've got this named right. Maybe I don't have it named right in here. I hope I do. It's called by tick of this. I'm gonna restart Minecraft just to see maybe something I've changed is funny and blah blah blah. Because without this, there's no way for. So I've basically set it up so that my mod keeps track of how many town halls there are, how many farms there are, etc., and just figures out the resources you should get every 10 seconds instead of each of those blocks calculating their own 10-second countdown and giving you resources on their own. Because doing it that way, they all send a message to your client saying, I added resources to you, I added resources to you, I added resources to you. So, here.
about time.
Comes in, immediately mutes
Hey,
himself.
guys. I'm just gonna be here listening.
You sound different. So different.
Because he's a fat kid and he's probably stuffing his face.
I could be here listening. Okay, so break you and place you, and we get a big fat nothing. What the heck? This is a town hall talenity. I don't know.
Yeah, I wish I knew anything about programming so I could help. You know how a second pair of eyes always seem to help.
Yeah, I think I might be to the point where I might need to walk away from it. Because that resets my brain as to what I'm thinking is wrong. And I often find what's wrong then.
Then play something else.
What though?
Did you just have an epiphany?
Me? No.
You just kind of breathe really deeply there for a second there.
That has more to do with my shoulder.
Oh.
Moving the heating pad around on it.
What'd you say, Air?
He said play something else. I asked him what, but he didn't say.
Well, I mean, we could always go to the standby of PA. I mean,
Could, but it's already 8:40. You guys are welcome to. I might have to go to bed anyway. Just let my brain stop thinking about it
right.
and reset. You know,
Air, you know
Huh?
Well, I was talking to Air. Air, they added a new air unit in, right?
And what?
PA.
PA Titans.
Oh my god.
Yeah, buddy.
Okay, stream. I'm going to end the stream now. Make sure you
subscribe now
if you haven't already, and I will catch you next time. Hopefully with a fresh take on what I need to be doing with this.